Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope, and I have another video. In this video, I will be addressing the Garifuna community because it's very important. It's a very urgent message. Now, me and my friend was talking about this the other day. He's also another Garifuna, and we kind of like grew up in America. We was born here, and we kind of like got involved into Black American culture. We got caught up in the streets. We got caught up in gang life, and part of that, the main reason for that is because we didn't have no identity. We didn't understand who we were. We didn't understand where we came from. We didn't understand the struggles of our people. We didn't understand the survival, the freedom, the struggles, and the making of the Garifuna people. And because we didn't understand that, we fell victim to a lot of the things that were going on around us. For example, people in America are struggling with identity. More so the Black Americans, right? One moment, and I'm not trying to throw no shade, but one moment, Black Americans, they say they're Hebrew Israelites. Another moment, they say they're Moors. And another moment, they say they're ancient Egyptians. And another moment, it's a whole bunch of stuff, right? That because people are looking for who they are. They're looking for their identity. Because a lot of times, your identity is what grounds you as a person. So when I went to jail, this is when I first started really learning about the Garifuna. This is when I first started learning of who I was. At one point in time, I was ashamed. I didn't want to be called no African, right? Because Africa was associated with, you see the commercials of the kids starving for 1 penny a day. You can save a child, or y'all know the commercials, right? So it was associated with a negative picture, right? Again, this is what made up our identity. So a lot of times, even in school, they taught us that our history starts here with enslavement, which caused a lot of problems. So I always tell people, I encourage y'all to go read this book, right? It's called the Black Carib Wars. They try to put this Eurocentric spin on it at the beginning because they try to say that the Garifuna was from a result of a shipwreck, which is not necessarily true. The Garifunas actually helped people whose ships wrecked. They actually helped slaves seek asylum with them, right? But the truth is that African people had been in the Americas, was known as the Americas. They had been there way before the European people. This is another narrative that they try to lie to us about, and that they try to sell us, because again, they want us to believe that we was already inferior. They want us to believe that we didn't know how to navigate the seas. They want us to believe that we didn't know how to navigate the ships. They want us to believe all of those lies. So anyway, the whole point is this. I had to go to jail to realize, to really start getting into who the Garifuna were. I had to really go to that place to realize that my people were always fighters. And I'm not trying to say this to throw shade, but me knowing what kind of blood runs through my veins, me knowing the type of person and the lineage that I come from, the valor, the courageousness of our people, that grounded me into the man that I am today. And I think it's very important because we are losing our language. We are losing our culture. We are losing all of these beautiful things that our people struggle so hard to keep. The Garifuna is still fighting in whatever country, whether they in Belize, whether they in Honduras, whether they in Guatemala, whether they in Nicaragua. They're fighting to still keep their culture, to still keep whatever that they have going on. So I'm making this video. Hold on, y'all. I'm making this video because it's very important, because you're raising children in America. And when you're raising children in America and they don't know who they are, they don't know their lineage, they don't know their legacy, they don't know anything about their history of being a Black Carib or Garifuna, they fall victim to the same things that are going on in the Black community in America, or in America in general, of having no true identity. And when you don't have no true identity, you join gangs, you join groups, you make up claims because you're trying to be grounded and rooted into something. And again, I'm not trying to throw no shade at nobody. I'm just saying that my mother never emphasized to teach me about my culture. I guess she never thought it was going to be that important, or maybe she didn't really know. But today, I don't even really know my language. Language connects you to people. Today, you see the Garifuna people fragmented. Like, they're joining Bloods, they're joining Crips, they're joining 18th Street, they're joining all type of different gangs. And I think all of these things are byproducts of seeking identity. Because I look at gangs almost like tribal, like tribes, right? Not necessarily, but I'm just using that as a hypothetical, right? So the point is, I see how people not being rooted in who they are and not being rooted in their history and not being rooted in our struggles as a people. We all the same. All Garifunas is damn near relatives, right? Because we was 1,400 people when we landed in Roatan in Honduras. It was 1,400 of us. Today we have multiplies a whole bunch of us, but it's like we're fragmented. We're fighting each other. We fighting about what town you from, what town this person is from. Our parents is not really caring. Our parents, a lot of our parents don't even know the language, so they can't teach us. But if you can make it your business, I encourage you to learn about the Garifuna people. I encourage you to learn about your heritage. I encourage you to learn about your rich history. I encourage you to learn the language. I'm trying to do that. They have a dictionary on Amazon. It's a trilingual dictionary. You can get that. I believe it's like $40. Try to learn your language. Try to talk to the elders who still have the language. Try to be around your people. Try to get the histories. It's very important to who we are. We have to preserve this. Our language, we probably one of the only people who still have our indigenous tongue. We should be proud of that. We should. We should embrace that. We should be loving that. We should, rejoice that we still have that. So I just wanted to say that, like, the moment we get grounded, I believe we can kind of like put away all the things that have caused divisiveness amongst us and kind of like be better to each other. Now, damn, I just had a brain fart of what I was trying to say, but like, it's just sad, man. Like I see like our people, they just killing each other. And this woman told me this one time. She said, you made it your business to learn Arabic, but you didn't make it your business to learn your tongue. You didn't make it your business to learn like the tongue of your culture, of your tribe, of your people. And it stuck with me to this day. She told me this like a few years ago, and it stuck with me to this day. Because yes, I did make it my business to learn how to read Arabic and get familiar with it, right? But I didn't put the same emphasis in learning my language and learning my tongue. And the same thing we're doing, right? When we go to college, we're sending our kids to go to college. And when you take a 4-year degree, they're going to make you learn a different language. French, people are learning French. They're picking up Spanish, even though they already know, some of us already know Spanish, Italian. Like, they're picking up all these different languages, but it's like we're neglecting the languages, the language that bonds us and keeps us together and keeps us connected to our roots. So hopefully, we make it our business to try to preserve our legacy and our lineage and the survival and the freedom and the fight that our ancestors, kind of like kept fighting. Like, these people just kept fighting. We couldn't be subdued by the British. They had to try to starve us. They burnt our houses. They burnt our crops because we kept fighting. This is the veins. This is the blood that run through our veins. We never surrendered. We still fighting to this day. But it's one thing to endure. It's one thing to just sit around and get whooped on and get beat on and get violated and get disrespected. And it's another thing to fight. It's another thing to make preparations to fight. We didn't have the most sophisticated weapons. We didn't have none of those things. We didn't have the most sophisticated army. We didn't have none of those things, but we have valor. And just knowing that thing about your people, it tells you something about yourself. Why you think the Rastafarians say that David, King Selassie comes from the bloodline of King David? Because they're connecting themselves to something. They're connecting themselves to something. Why you think Dr. Umar be walking around here talking about he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass? Because he's trying to connect himself to something. But we have our rich history too. We have Satuye. We have other chiefs and people that, the names escape me, but they're in the book. But we have other people too, right? That we can connect ourselves to. We still have our language. We still have our culture. We still got our punta, our mascaro. We still got a lot of things that makes us. So I encourage you, man, like, make it your business to learn and so you can be able to teach this to your kids. this beautiful, rich history that we have and that we share. And we need to get rid of all the nonsense that is creating division amongst us. But we need to get grounded in the survival and in the struggle and in the fight that our people put up against the colonial powers. Hopefully I said something beneficial that could benefit us, and hopefully we are able to come together. Peace.